A full moon night of June. The stars are glittering in the sky under the moonlight, and the trees are dancing in the breeze. The fireflies, too, glowing in the forest tonight, seem to have found a new light. Now, the shining full moon is being covered by clouds coming in from the south, along with the sound of thunder. Every element of nature appears to be connected with one another. Even the frogs seem to sense that rain is coming. Croaking loudly as if to announce the arrival of the first monsoon rain. Their voices echo the message, rain is coming, the monsoon has begun. This is the land of Assam, where I have captured every frame of the monsoon. Every year, the monsoon that affects India touches Assam too, bringing rainfall from June to September. It is worth mentioning that while most parts of the world experience only 4 seasons, Assam has 6 seasons, as monsoon and pre-autumn are separate here. After a night of rainfall, the entire world is now preparing to welcome a new day filled with light. While nature prepares itself for the day's activities, the monsoon clouds are once again forming in the southwest, rumbling with thunder. And this is the beginning of the first monsoon shower, small drops of rain marking the renewal of life. Sometimes the rainfall is so heavy that around 100 centimeters of rain pours in from the southern direction, as nature's wild form tests the endurance of trees and plants. The dry trees are now turning green again. Streams that had dried up are coming back to life, beginning their journey once more. Even the snails that had lain still, waiting for water, now come alive in the rain. This is the rhythm of nature. Wherever water has collected, birds like herons and storks are now searching for food, some on land, some in the water. While some wait quietly for prey, others dive beneath the surface to hunt. The sunlight reaching under the water signals to all aquatic life that it's morning. For the fish, this is the perfect time to spawn. Baby fish swim playfully, darting through the water. While snails move slowly along the bottom. Each creature perfectly adapted by nature. The frog's wait has ended. They jump joyfully into the ponds and puddles filled by the rain. In the rain-soaked forest, mushrooms began to sprout on decaying logs and damp soil. Adding new life forms to the landscape. Before every heavy rain, nature changes its appearance. The blue sky turns dark and heavy. Water currents sometimes flow in reverse. And leaves sway wildly in winds up to 50 kilometers per hour. Over the hills, one can witness a glowing golden river of sunlight cutting through the darkness as clouds gather in one place while sunlight pierces another. Then begins another spell of monsoon rain. Every insect and creature rushes to gather food and essentials for survival. Each has its own unique hunting behavior. Some hunt above the water. Some dive below. And others skim the surface. After emerging from the water, birds shake off the droplets, spread their wings, and dry themselves in the sunlight. Ready to dive again. Sometimes, heavy rain clears away the dark skies. The wind slows and sunlight returns, brightening the landscape once again. This is one of the most beautiful moments of the monsoon, when nature gifts us a rainbow. The rainbow appears when sunlight meets the rain. From afar, it seems as though small drops are falling over that region, creating this magical arc. Double rainbows are rare and short-lived, but during the monsoon, sometimes an even rarer triple rainbow appears. Nature's wondrous spectacle, seen only once a year. While the rainbow graces one part of the sky, the other side remains covered with dark clouds and thunder. Preparing for another round of rain. The frogs begin their festival of joy once again. Not every monsoon morning begins with sunshine. Sometimes it starts under stormy skies. Yet as always, all creatures awaken. Some communicate through calls, while dragonflies dance in the air. Soon after, as expected, rain arrives once again. When the rainfall becomes heavy, the hills turn into a beautiful scene. Raindrops forming wave-like patterns as they sweep across the slopes. While the rain paints everything green again, it also creates small streams across the hills, water flowing from top to bottom. Alongside the falling rain, clouds descend and embrace the mountains, covering them in mist. In the sunlight by the riverbank, buffaloes cool themselves in the water before crossing over to graze on the freshly grown grass on the other side. Now the sun begins to set. Soon, darkness will fall upon the earth again, bringing the promise of a new beginning with the dawn. After the rain, the sun spreads its golden light across the land. This is not just the end of a day, but the beginning of new hope. Just as the rainbow appears after the farewell of the monsoon, every setting sun brings with it a glimmer of renewal and life.